Today, we're exploring one of the most electrifying venues in North American soccer, Lumen Field's transformation from NFL powerhouse to World Cup host stadium. With Seattle preparing to host 6 matches in June 2026, including a pivotal United States versus Australia group stage clash, this 68,740-seat fortress has become home to MLS's loudest fan base and record-breaking crowds that literally register on seismic monitors. From the Kingdome's dramatic implosion to 137 decibel roars, let's get started. The Kingdome era and the need for change. For nearly a quarter century, the Kingdome served as home to the Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Mariners, and Seattle Supersonics. Completed in 1976 at a cost of $67 million, the massive concrete dome became an icon of the city, though critics dubbed it the Tomb due to its brutalist design and poor acoustics. By the mid-1990s, pressure mounted for publicly funded replacements. The Mariners moved to Safeco Field in 1999, and the Seahawks played their final Kingdome game on January 9, 2000, before temporarily relocating to Husky Stadium. On March 26, 2000, one day short of its 24th birthday, the Kingdome was demolished in one of the most spectacular controlled implosions in history. Sparks from a 21.6-mile web of detonation cord preceded 5,800 gelatin dynamite charges that detonated in carefully sequenced explosions. The 25,000-ton roof collapsed into a billowing dust cloud in just 16.8 seconds, setting a Guinness World Record for the largest building ever demolished by implosion. The blast registered 2.3 on the Richter scale. Remarkably, approximately 96% of the 15 million pounds of rubble was recycled on site, forming the foundation for the new stadium. However, King County residents remained responsible for more than $80 million in debt on the demolished structure, debt that wasn't fully retired until March 2015, 15 years after the implosion. The birth of Lumen Field. Construction began in April 2000, led by general contractor Turner Construction Company, with architectural design by Ellerbe Beckett and LMN Architects. The project was enabled by a public funding package approved by Washington state voters in June 1997, allocating $300 million toward the $430 million total cost. The architectural vision was distinctive. Rather than a fully enclosed bowl, the northern end was left partially open, revealing striking views of Seattle's downtown skyline. The sweeping roof structures, massive parabolic arches spanning 720 feet, were engineered not just for weather protection, but to reflect crowd noise back onto the field. Approximately 70% of seats are covered by the roof, preserving the intimidating atmosphere that would become the venue's defining characteristic. The stadium opened on July 28, 2002 as Seahawks Stadium. It has undergone several name changes: Quest Field in 2004, CenturyLink Field in 2011, and Lumen Field in 2020. Capacity has grown from 67,000 to the current 68,740 for NFL games and 37,722 for most MLS matches. The Sounders phenomenon and MLS's loudest venue. While built primarily for the Seahawks, soccer has been integral from the beginning. The USL Seattle Sounders began staging matches in 2003, but everything changed when Seattle was awarded an MLS expansion franchise for 2009. The MLS Seattle Sounders FC played their inaugural home match on March 19, 2009, in front of a sold-out crowd of 32,523, defeating the New York Red Bulls 3-0. During the 2009 season, all 15 home matches sold out. The club set a new MLS record for average attendance with 30,943 fans per match, at a time when only 2 other MLS teams averaged 20,000. The success accelerated dramatically. By 2012, Seattle was averaging over 43,000 per match. In 2015, they set a record with 44,247 average attendance. The Sounders led MLS attendance in their first 8 years, until being surpassed by Atlanta United FC in 2017. Seattle set multiple stadium attendance records: 68,741 for the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League Final, when the Sounders became the first MLS team to win the tournament under its modern format. 69,274 for the 2019 MLS Cup Final, and 69,314 for the 2025 Leagues Cup Final against Inter Miami, surpassing all sporting events in stadium history. Beyond attendance, Lumen Field became notorious for atmosphere. Seahawks fans, the 12th man, twice claimed the Guinness World Record for loudest crowd roar at an outdoor stadium, 136.6 decibels in September 2013 and 137.6 decibels on December 2, 2013, while Arrowhead Stadium reclaimed the record at 142.2 decibels. In 2014, Lumen Field remains one of the loudest active venues in professional sports. The noise isn't just for show. Studies documented increased false starts and delay of game penalties for visiting teams. The Pacific Northwest Seismic Network installed seismometers because crowd jumping registers as low-magnitude earthquakes, famously dubbed beastquakes. Seattle Sounders FC have won 9 major trophies since 2009, 4 U.S. Open Cups, 2 MLS Cups, a Supporters' Shield, a CONCACAF Champions League title, and a Leagues Cup, becoming the first MLS team to win all 5 major North American soccer competitions. The 278 regular season matches at Lumen Field have averaged 36,508 spectators and drawn over 10.1 million total fans. Preparing for the World Cup. As Seattle prepares for the FIFA World Cup in June 2026, Lumen Field is undergoing its most significant transformation since opening. Washington State Legislature approved $19.4 million for stadium upgrades, part of a broader $29.5 million allocation for capital improvements. The centerpiece is the installation of a FIFA-required natural grass playing surface, a first in Lumen Field's history. The venue has used field turf artificial surface since opening, becoming the first NFL stadium to install synthetic turf. For World Cup matches, the stadium will feature stitched natural grass, a hybrid system combining real and synthetic elements. Installation begins after the 2025 NFL season and must be completed by May 2026. The hybrid system requires new irrigation, ventilation, and grow lights to maintain optimal playing conditions in Seattle's rainy climate. Additional upgrades include enhanced security in the north parking lot with new turnstiles, bollards, lighting, and cameras. Seating improvements in the Hawks Nest section will replace bleachers with fully backed seats per FIFA requirements. Corner seating will be removed for additional media space. While natural grass is exclusive to World Cup matches, other improvements remain permanently. Lumen Field will be rebranded Seattle Stadium during the tournament to comply with FIFA rules prohibiting corporate-sponsored stadium names. Seattle is one of 11 U.S. cities hosting matches. Lumen Field will host 6 matches. 4 group stage fixtures, including the June 19, 2026 United States vs. Australia encounter, plus 2 knockout round matches. Officials project the tournament will generate nearly $1 billion in revenue and create more than 21,000 jobs. The venue's selection reflects both its world-class facilities and Seattle's proven track record. Lumen Field hosted Copa America Centenario matches in 2016, CONCACAF Gold Cup matches, and the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup group stage fixtures that drew more than 132,000 fans. And that's Lumen Field's transformation from the Kingdome's rubble to World Cup host stadium. A fortress where 137 decibel roars register on seismic monitors and 69,314 fans pack every corner. From shattering MLS attendance records year after year to welcoming the world in 2026, Seattle has redefined stadium atmosphere in American soccer. Can the city's legendary soccer culture deliver one of the tournament's most memorable experiences? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything, and click here to watch our deep dive into SoFi Stadium's $5 billion transformation for the 2026 World Cup. See you there in a second.